All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. This time we are co-casting me and Valeriana. We have the grand finals.
Hello, hello! Alright, the first map. Death Aura spawning on the top left hand corner, playing with the blue Terran pieces, playing for CSC. He is Soul! Or do you want me to continue? Oh no. I can't hear you. Sorry. Okay. Alright.
Oh, there we go. I can hear you now.
Yay! Okay, so let's do that again. Okay, so the first map. Death Aura spawning on the top left hand corner, playing with the blue Terran pieces. He is Soul!
Playing in the bottom right corner in the red Protoss pieces for Exxon Gaming, we have Gerald. So we have a Polish versus Polish battle here. I believe this is a repeat of an earlier match, the earlier upper brackets final.
I don't recall this. It could be.
Yeah, I believe this is a rematch of that. Soul did a couple proxies, couple times he just overwhelmed with mass bio. Gerald actually had one really good hold on a proxy barracks factory push. So yeah, I'm excited to see what these guys give us here. The Polish players have some really interesting strats. Gerald is one of a kind. Like, look at this. We're already starting it off. It's a double barracks opener here from our Terran player.
And he opens it with Reactor for that double marine production. And funny thing, this is actually my first time this whole weekend, this whole LAN event, that I am casting TVP. Funnily enough.
TVP is actually a very fun matchup to cast. It's very versatile. It's interesting how different things go. So Gerald actually doing something that I have rarely seen him do, and that is proxy a gateway here just outside of these rocks. He is chronoing out a Oracle, and he is lining it up to go right into that main base. Stim is starting here for our Terran player.
And there's the bunker on the low ground having the first marine set in, and there are the two adepts. At least one adept is checking the shade in, probably not finishing it, and indeed he doesn't finish the shade in. Only tested the waters to see what kind of defense Soul has.
All right, first Oracle coming in here. We'll see that it is a double barracks opener, a 2-1-1. We'll take out one of the SCVs that was building that starport. We'll take out two Marines, take quite a bit of damage, and get on out of there.
But there is the shades on the natural. To survive, probably not gonna finish the shade, no, and they run away.
So just 6 Marines have gone down so far, and one adept. That's a pretty good trade for our Protoss player. That Oracle gonna come back and get another couple kills. Oh, these shades do get into the main base. They do cancel though. Would have been a little bit of a suicide if they did get in. A little uncharacteristic mistake.
And there is the third base taken by Protoss. Steampack is just around the corner to be finished in 3 seconds.
All right, we have our first Marine drop coming here. This will get scouted by these Adepts. We'll drop on top of them to, take them out. Combat Shield has not started yet for our Terran, so the bio units here, these Marines, are quite flimsy.
And it's funny to see that, like, no matter how much Gerald wants to send that Oracle into the mineral line, he never seems to be able to find a good opening for exactly that. It always gets denied by the Marines.
There is actually a really sneaky hidden mine. It's moved now, but there's a mine hidden below the path the workers take from the command center to the gas bay or to the extractor, and I've seen Gerald lose an Oracle to that before, so I think he's being a little careful. It may have been in this
oh my god, aggressive blinking and to the medivacs, and he gets Gerald gets at the medivacs. Oh my god, now the Marines are without the medevac support while they are stimming.
Yeah, so we have stim Marines here without medevac support. Gerald does a really good job here. We saw it previously of just chipping away at that Terran army, making sure it's not able to snowball into something bigger. These units don't even have combat. Well, combat shield is just about to finish up here.
And so is +1. It's soon gonna be ready to +1. And there's the concussion cells coming up for the Marauders.
Yeah, the Marauder army is quite effective against the ground toss, specifically Stalkers, especially with Concussive Shell. It really does immobilize them, forces them to use Blink a bit more, maybe at least less opportune times. He's going to scout this move out again. Will lose the Oracle, doesn't get the Revelation off, but he knows it's coming. Will actually come in here and deny this third base from going out, prevent that, stop that move out altogether, forcing a stim back.
Indeed, and the Marines and Marauders are hunting them down, but Gerald nicely blinks away from there. And there's an observer going across the map. There we go, that little pervy observer. He wants to get all the scouting information that he can get.
All right, so +1 shields coming up. Surprised he hasn't started +2 attack upgrades yet. Extended thermal lance starting up here as well for Gerald. The first Colossi is about 3/4 of the way done. Fourth base, is being taken by Gerald as well.
And there's also the speed upgrade for the Zealots coming up. Now, the Colossi, you really don't want to put them in front of your army. You want to have some army units in front of them soaking up the frontal damage. In this case, the Marauders, because Marauders are really good against Colossi.
Gerald doing a really good job of sniping a unit and blinking back. Does take out one Marauder and gets rid of... Oh, nicely takes out another medevac. How many medevacs have... 3 medevacs have gone down this game. That is very expensive.
And Protoss, the extended thermal lance for Protoss is right about around the corner coming up, and there is the +1 armor coming up for the Protoss, and 2-2 has started up for the Terran, and Terran is wisely adding some Vikings into the army composition just because of those Colossi.
He's also getting a Viking attack upgrades as well for the air. That will make those Vikings that much more effective against the Colossi. I believe it was game 4 when they played in the upper bracket finals. Seoul had a massive Vikings just annihilated the 6 Colossi that Gerald had, which then resulted in the ground army just being routed. So I do like this upgrade move by Seoul. I also like this move to switch to Ghost this early on with EMP upgrades.
And we see another source of splash damage being added to the Protoss, and that is the Psionic Storm. So Protoss is looking forward to like storming some good Marines. getting some good storms on those.
All right, this fourth base now established by our Terran player, and it's going to be a planetary fortress, so a little harder to push into. Looks like Gerald wants to push in, but decides not to. Both players just kind of sitting back and macroing up, building up their armies, getting their upgrades. We have the speed upgrade for the War Prism coming up next. Is that the War Prism, or that's War Prism speed?
Yeah, yes, it is.
Disruptors also coming up, +2 attack. Getting all the upgrades, getting a second robo facility, so we're going to start double pumping disruptors here as well.
And there are the High Templars being added to the Protoss army. The Protoss army looks very technical with Colossi, Disruptor, High Templar, Storm. It is a very sophisticated army at this point of the game, and we have only been in this game for like 11 minutes.
Oh, do you see what Gerald just dropped there? Do you see that building?
The Dang Shrine. Oh,
Dang Shrine. Of course, you always got to have a DT Shrine in the play. Keep that a decent storm. Looks like that High Templar did get taken out, but did storm a good chunk of that Bioforce, forcing a lot of the medevacs to use that juice.
And there is the Protoss army moving in closer towards the Terran army, meeting around the middle of the map.
All right, Terran army is going to move in here onto this fifth base location that's just finished up. First disruptor comes in. It is a whiff. Oh no, he's going to focus down one of the disruptors. Does get the kill. EMPs on a lot of the zealots. So the zealots will evaporate. Looks like one of the colossi did go down. That base does go down.
Indeed, the Colossus has taken some damage from the Vikings. Even now, the Vikings managed to shoot through the shield. And Protoss army units are a funny thing. Like, the shields regen, but not the health. So as long as you take only shield damage, you're good to go. But if you start taking the actual health damage, you're a little bit of a trouble.
All right, we have a bit of a push drop coming in here. It does get cleaned up. The medevac also gets shot down. I believe that is now 4 medevacs that have been shot down. Sucks to be a medevac pilot in Soul's army.
And we have the DT Blink coming up.
Always a good upgrade. Looks like Gerald wants to stop this planetary fortress from finishing up. Liberators are in play here. We'll stop that from happening. A lot of these Vikings are really bruised from the storm hits. There is 5 workers going down here somewhere for our Protoss player. Not sure where.
the hunt for the lost probes begins. And somewhere,
we have a DT push coming in here, getting 5 workers. These workers not mining, they're trying to protect that. They'll get cleaned up here, but good denial of mining time there.
Really good move.
14 workers, 16 workers going down. We'll get rid of that turret. Oh, tried to get a denial on that Liberator. That's not Liberator range. That's the that has to be a mistake, right? That's the Afterburner upgrade for medevacs.
Unless Soul wants to do some really hot pickups with those medevacs. But indeed, the fusion core is burning, and no SCV seems to be repairing it.
It doesn't look like he's wanting to go up to BCs just yet. Still 4 pumping Liberators. They do have range. And it looks like Soul wants to come down towards this third base location here.
And there was the 3-3 upgraded and the personal cloaking for the ghosts. That opens some interesting avenues, for example, some sneaky nuking of the probe lines.
Yeah. we have our first nuke coming up as well. 9 workers here going down. This third base location will get cleaned up. Decent disruptor hits. I do think Gerald needs to start thinking about transitioning on how to deal with those siege liberators.
I just gotta love it that those 3 probes are just there standing, not doing absolutely anything. They're just like wondering, like, what are we gonna supposed to do with our life? You destroyed our 4th base. Oh, but they will be transferred to the new 4th base, it seems to be.
Yeah, and well, it's the 5th base really now, and it's this high Vespine base with the double high yield Vespine geysers. It looks like Gerald now wants to move ahead and push into this 3rd base location. There is a Liberator here.
And the Terran seems to have some good fortifications along those bases. Like, for example, especially those Liberators.
Yes. All right, first nuke coming down. Where is it? Oh, first nuke is up here at the 4th base location. It's trying to distract with this drop here. A good storm. That nuke does hit. It does just take out a building or 2. But this is where the real action is happening. Gerald in a bit of trouble here. 6 workers going down. That natural base going down. Oh god, +3 armor will finish. Just missed denying that. Where is Gerald's army? This ghost here just double tapping workers. Another nuke coming down. Oh god.
I'm right into the choke mode. Oh no, I'm about to say this. Oh, Gerald. Oh no.
Okay, he does blink out. This will take out a lot of the gateways, or no, just lower a lot of the gateways. But he does sacrifice 4 Vikings for that. Not the best trade.
And the army is moving around the Terran area of the map. And the 5th base got cancelled on the Rich Vespine base, indeed.
All right. Gerald really needs an answer for these liberators. Even if it's like 2 or 3 Tempests, I think would help quite a bit here. Another nuke coming down. Gerald quite literally taking the device play like Maru.
And then
Zealot run by on the left side here will get denied there with the Planetary Fortress and the Liberator. Will find some damage here in the 3rd base if they don't headbutt into this bunker.
And the SCVs are more than happy to repair it. And they are getting some SCV kills. But still, the worker advantage is on the Terran side, and so is the army. The natural is gone, so the Protoss army is desperately trying to look for an opening to get to kill.
GG gets called soul-winning game number 1.
That was an interesting first match.
All right, game number 2, spawning in the top right corner for Cascade Gaming in the blue Terran pieces. We have Soul.
And his opponent spawning on the bottom left-hand corner of Oxide, playing with the red Protoss pieces, playing for the Team Exxon. He is Gerald.
All right, I know I've harped on it quite a bit, but Team Exxon is one of those teams with some very promising young players. They have Gerald. They obviously have Max Pax, Solier from the last match, Cham as well. And then they also have some stalwarts like Special and Nina. So exciting to see teams like that still up and running and actually quite successful.
Yeah, it's always nice to see like when the teams can and will support themselves and like the players and they continue to thrive.
Mm-hmm. All right, Gerald coming in with his usual gateway scout. We'll see that this barracks is being made at home at the top of the ramp. And do that thing Protoss players do, and that's nibble away at the worker.
Trying to be as annoying as possible. And it's a Reaper from Titerran.
Yep, and for Protoss, we're going Cybernetics core into the Nexus, so looking to get his tech up a little faster. Whereas Sol is dropping down the command center behind this barracks before getting a factory.
And here comes the sneaky prop again. Oh, did you see that? That was proxy location. What did he proxy there?
It's just a pylon here behind the third base mineral location. Might just be for drops. Oh no, he is dropping a Twilight. So I'm gonna guess DTs here. If a Twilight's being dropped there.
And the Reaper is making its way towards the Protoss base, but there is the Adept going to welcome it.
Yeah, this Reaper is desperately also looking for that second pylon. Knows that a second pylon should be down by now. Does not see it. Will get out of here, actually. So he knows there's something proxied, or at least one pylon somewhere out on the map. He's going to head home and play a little more defensive.
There's nothing researching yet, at least on the Twilight console. And
Stalker being chronoed out.
Indeed, and there is, it seems to be orbital, Titerran base, and factory and starboard, and there is the blink. The blink is being researched right now.
I do like where Sol is placing these mines in the mineral line. It's under areas where there's constant SCV movement, so it's kind of harder for the eye to catch. Robo facility coming on up as well. I'm wondering if he's going to do like a partying-esque build, a bunch of blink stalkers and just blink into the main base.
Yeah, that could be a possibility, although the blink stalker requires quite amount of microing.
All right, blink about halfway done, getting a third base now. Just in front of the Twilight Council. Okay, first unit out of this Robo is a observer.
Indeed, and that could point towards the blink stalker play, since you cannot blink to the main base without high ground vision, and observer can provide you with that high ground vision that you need.
Yep. Two more gateways finishing up here. So he's up to 3 gateways. No, sorry, just 1 gateway finishing up here. So 3 gateway. Nothing too aggressive. The Reaper's going to come back in here, scout again. We'll get 1 worker there, actually, which is more right than any Reaper has. We'll finally get cleaned up.
Oh, there is a tank on the high ground waiting on that ledge to the main base. Quite decent position, but I'm afraid that if an enemy goes to the natural, attacking the natural, the tank might provide some friendly fire.
Yeah, the tank definitely can provide a fair amount of friendly fire there. It is also a little out of... I actually prefer... this is a good place for a tank, but if it is what I'm thinking it is, and that's the blink in, harass, it'd be nicer to have a tank closer to the command center, because you then cover the area behind you where the engineering bay is as well. But the longer this game goes, the less likely I think that is what's the play here. Of course, just as I say that, we have stalkers moving in, observer coming in. Okay, gonna come in here and try to get a snipe on that third base going up. Does get the cancel. Tank is forced to relocate to the low ground. Really good repositioning by the mines. Again, this observer will scout that. And it looks like Soul wants to move out.
The combat shield is about to finish, charge is finishing right now. The combat shield and the steam pack for the Terran player, always good to have upgrades, and even infantry weapons level 1 coming up soon.
+1 armor about halfway done for our Protoss player. Charge and blink are already finished. And we have our first little skirmish kind of coming in here.
And there's an Archon being merged, and our first Immortal is coming out. Or actually joining in the fight right now. The first...
All right, this tank being placed behind this pillar here is really deadly. Makes it really hard to get to. Gerald really trying to trigger those Widow mines with the blink black. They're not able to get it just yet. Does go off on one of the zealots. Tank does get cleaned up here.
But also it leaves the Protoss army quite bruised, and the Terran keeps pushing in. Even with the healing of the shield bearer, the shield bearer gets targeted down. There's one more with some energy, but not enough for the shield recharge.
Actually snipes another medevac as they were boosting out. I do love those little snipes by Gerald here, the little blink forward. But we have another push coming. This is that relentless Terran push. Kind of like the, what's it called? The biome parade down the map here. Just a stream of blue coming down. Terran is also taking their third base now. Gerald getting his fourth.
And there is again some High Templars being added into the Protoss army. There's a War Prism being added as well. +1 attack is about 1/3 of the way ready.
We do have the Robo Bay coming up, so we're going to see Colossi or Disruptor, probably both coming up here. I have a War Prism full of High Templar as well for potential storm drops. That War Prism taking a lot of damage. Has to be very careful with that.
Nice little scan showing the Terran where the Protoss army is. And the Marauders are moving in. The Marauders are quite good at killing Stalkers. And oh my god, the Protoss player got like one... Where was that medevac coming from that he sniped?
I don't know. I think it was going in for a push. But the bigger thing here is 14 workers go down with the Zealots running into that mineral line. He does lose also all his observers here with that scan. But the Protoss army is quite whittled down here.
Yes, and sometimes when in TVP, I have to be real careful that I say correctly. If you lose a little bit of workers, sometimes it really doesn't matter because you have those mules, those good mining machines.
It looks like he lost the War Prism with the 4 High Templar inside it as well.
Ah, that's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt. The mines
All right, mine's
are
sieging up here. We'll go off on 2 Zealots. Ghost coming back out again.
And the disruptor didn't get anything magnificent with that disruptor Nova. And there is the zealot and one stalker run by.
Well,
Something that you don't.
they will catch a ghost here, which is a nice pickoff.
Indeed, that is that has to feel good for our Protoss player.
Okay, the Spioforce eating a storm to the face. They do get healed up, but these medevacs are really low on energy, so they're about to become pretty useless when it comes to healing.
There's always the option to try to hot pickup, but so doesn't really fit. Oh, there is a little pickup going directly to the main base, getting anti-robotics bay.
He's going to recall back into the main base here. Will actually pick up quite... Oh, God. He's going to pick off all the medevacs here. I would say that was a fair trade for everything he lost, picking off all those medevacs. We've had 14 medevacs go down this game. 14 medevacs and 5 ghosts here. That is quite expensive.
Very.
GG gets called Gerald with the win.
Evening up the score to 1-1. Alrighty. The third map will be Romanticide, and playing with the blue Terran pieces for the team CSC. He is Soul.
Playing in the bottom right corner, coming off a pretty impressive win there. In the red Protoss pieces for Team Exxon, we have Gerald.
It seems that we have some normal openers, nothing too cheeky going on. Pylon on the low ground, followed up by a gateway, and supply depot on the high ground, and followed up by a barracks.
So I was talking to Gerald at the start of this tournament, and I was like, "Hey, man, like I think you're the favorite to win here." And he said it like his biggest threat here is Soul. He was like, Soul too powerful. I think was his exact words to me. And I think we're seeing it's quite an evenly matched up, quite an even matchup we're seeing.
Yeah, these have been really good, like two matches that we have been seeing, and like neither of them have really that big difference. Like we cannot tell from the start or like from the middle of the game, like oh he's gonna win.
Mm-hmm.
The probe looking to block the natural, doesn't quite get it, and decides to attack the probe. SCB.
So the second unit out is the Reaper for Soul here. Looks like it was Cybernetics Core into Nexus for Gerald. And the first unit out for Gerald is that Stalker. Oh, he just canceled Warp Gate Research.
Probably to help to get out the second Stalker out for the Reaper. The Reaper opener is quite popular choice in TVP for the early harass.
No, I think he canceled it to also get this Stargate here.
Oh yeah, I have casted so many games with that Stargate follow up.
It's very popular right now, the Stargate opener, especially in the PvZ. Does get one worker kill there. More work than most GSL Reapers get done, but in a shameful manner, does die to a probe surround that it actually helped initiate itself, getting a Twilight Council behind that.
And now the warp gate tech has been started. No chrono on it yet though.
And first unit out of that Stargate is Phoenix, so we're gonna see Phoenix play. Gerald here trying to make Roddy proud.
If only Roddy would have time from the IEM to watch this. He would be routing Gerald so much with the Phoenix opener. Oh,
Ooh, nice
Phoenix
pickup. Yeah, beautiful pickup. Gets the cleanup there. Blink is the first thing being researched out of that Twilight Council. And Phoenix moving it across the map.
But no second Phoenix, so he can only lift up units but not actually kill them with the Phoenix.
Will get quite bruised there from that Cyclone. Have a Viking coming out next behind that. Going on a third base off 111 as well.
And we can see the double Marine production there as well.
Second Phoenix coming on out. Third base being taken by Gerald here.
It seems that Soul is going for a little bit of a drop there. Full of Marines and one... Is that Widow Mine? Yeah, Widow Mine. So,
Yeah.
5 Marines and a Widow Mine.
Phoenix is patrolling here, so should be able to catch this as it comes in.
We can hold that up.
Oh no, Phoenix is moving out. Oh, changing his patrol path. Let's see what happens here.
Is he gonna notice it? Oh no. Yes? No?
We also have Blink Stalkers moving across the map. We'll pick off one Marine as it comes in. Okay, here we go. Medevac's moving.
And it gets
Will get
picked
caught
up.
by the Phoenix.
And the mine doesn't get a shot of the Phoenix.
Phoenix is really low, so good call, Gerald. Don't go over it. I love this play. I absolutely love that. Every time I try it, it's like I have 10 dead stalkers.
It's like you see
So
that
I like
happening.
Gerald really, oh wow, cornering that medevac and taking it out with this group of stalkers.
And there's the +1 melee upgrade coming for the Protoss, and Steamback Combat Shield and +1 as well for the Terran.
Templar Archives is also down. Speed upgrade for Zealots coming up as well. So it seems like a very similar game to our last, except with Phoenix mixed into the play. Only 2, but Phoenix nonetheless.
No, the Phoenix is providing the high ground vision this time. They get the add-ons, but are forced to leave.
Nice pick off on that one Cyclone. Doesn't lose much here, actually.
No, the units lost tab is in favor of the Protoss so far.
All right, War Prism here coming in for a charge lot drop into the main base. There is nothing really in here to defend. This
Not
could do some
even a missile
significant
turret.
damage.
How quick is Sol to react to this?
Pretty quick. Losing just one worker so far. Okay, couple workers going down. We'll pick up and get out of there. Go to this dead area back here. Gerald now taking his 4th base as well.
And there's the tank defending the 3rd base with the CVs repairing it. And Storm is just about to be available for the Protoss player.
Okay, we have a crap ton of zealots coming in here. We'll meet this bioforce here. Storm drops coming. Beautiful storms coming from the medevac.
A little bit
Not the
of
medevac,
friendly
sorry.
fire there.
Yeah, a little bit, but gets decent hits on the. Oh, beautiful snipes on those two medevacs.
Oh, that was absolutely beautiful. It is actually quite interesting to see that, like on all these matches we have seen Terran going bio and not a single mech play.
Bio is definitely the favored play by Terrans at pretty much all levels. The lower levels are a bit more in favor of mech because it doesn't require as much micro. Mech, I've noticed I mainly see Terran players play when they're playing with high ping, when they can't micro, because bio you need to be very micro intensive.
Ooh,
Beautiful
nice
blink
blink
back.
away. The Marauders bruising so many of those stalkers.
Looks like Gerald is looking to get another storm drop here. One storm kind of whiffs, but he's looking to also move in here. No, decides to engage full on. Beautiful storms, good splits.
Almost getting that mine there as well. And the ground weapons level 2 is getting upgraded to the Protoss right now.
A +2 attack for infantry starting up for our Terran player.
Oh, nice little bit of EMPs there with the ghosts.
Okay, we do have a Zealot run by coming into the natural here. Beautiful storm on the ramp.
Getting
The
so
Protoss
many,
army just annihilating here.
getting so many juicy targets right with those storms.
You know, it's always a bad sign when the Protoss army is between the Terran army and the Terran main base. All right, to Cotwad, you got to look at the supply. Almost double the size of the Terran army. And looking to put in the final coffin nail in this game here. Gonna blink up the ramp, jump on top of that tank, takes out the tank. Gonna finish up the bio here, getting on top of production now. I think we're gonna see a GG relatively soon. 16 workers have gone down here.
And
GG
there we have
gets
it.
called. Gerald with the win.
And Gerald takes 2-1 the grand finals.
I know Gerald doesn't. He prefers the ground army. He's not as big of a fan of the air army, but I would like to see him mix in the air a bit more, other than just the harass at the beginning of the game. Okay, going into our next matchup here. Game number 4, playing in the bottom left corner for Cascade Gaming in the blue Terran pieces. We have Soul.
And his opponent spawning in the top right hand corner, or Pillars of Gold, playing with the red Protoss pieces. He is playing for the team Exxon. He is Gerald. I'm probably butchering that name so hard.
So the thing is, I don't know if it's Gerald or Gerald, because his I believe his Twitter handle is Gerald. His in-game name on EU is Gerald, but on NA is Gerald.
And we on our like brackets they have marked it as with D, Gerald.
Yeah. So, is there a specific way? Do you know if they pronounce it in Poland?
Oh yeah, since he's Polish, I guess like the closest would be. Oh, hold on. Let me try this. So I think like the close pronunciation for that is Geralt with T.
Yeah, yeah. Kind of like the Witcher character.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. All right, so this probe gonna come in here. We'll scout the barracks at home. Gonna be a little nuisance, not let that command center go down. We have a cybernetics core into Nexus for Gerald here.
And
I do like this wall off here, the Reaper wall off.
Yeah, I was just like coming to that as well. That like yeah, he's blocking the Reaper entrance, or at least hindering it to getting to the main base through the ledge. And
So
again,
positioning of the second pylon here makes me think he's going to hide some tech in the corner. Also with the Reaper wall off, the Stalker first. Curious to know what he's going to put down there.
And again, we saw that it was Marine, then Reaper, rather than Reaper first, like in the first game.
Okay, so it is Twilight Council coming out here. Where is that Reaper? Okay, Reaper looks like it's scouting for proxy. Running around the perimeter of the map. All right, Twilight Council has finished. Robo facility coming down. Nothing being researched yet in the. There we go. DT Shrine coming.
And on the Terran base, we saw there's the factory and the starboard going down.
All right, so that Reaper does get taken out, I believe. Hellion is going to get in here.
But one Hellion doesn't one-shot like SC probes, so it's good to go.
No, I was just more so concerned about the Hellion getting in and scouting that DT Shrine.
The Hellion was looking more forward to getting those juicy probe kills.
Yeah, it gets the 2 kills. I guess that's an okay trade. But there is a Raven coming out here from Seoul. We should put an end to any DT shenanigans Gerald is looking to conduct.
Well, that could also be the end of a possible Archon drop, as we can see there is the War Prism coming from the Robo Bay. No? What? Yeah? Oh, there it is. I was like, am I seeing things?
All right. Warping in 2 DTs here. 3 DTs. 1 DT is going to run on the map. No detection here. There's no scan in the natural. No scan in the main. Where is that Raven? 2 DTs in the main. Starting to, kill a bunch of workers. 6 workers going down. A bunch of workers going down in the natural. The Ravens do clean that up as well. This tank being focused down. Tank doesn't quite get taken out. Will lose 2 of the DTs, but will get away with 1. Not a bad trade, losing 9 workers, or taking out 9 workers for 2 DTs.
And cancelling that steam pack upgrade as well.
Oh, I totally missed that.
The tank shot the tech lab. And it did, and like the Dark Templar was hitting it, and the tank landed, quote unquote, the last finishing shot.
Oh God. Okay, gonna come back in here with an Archon drop now. There is a turret here, so the War Prism can't get too far in. Third base about just over halfway done for Gerald.
And combat shield and +1 getting finished to Terran. And there was also the tank on next to the main base, getting rid of any annoying units there.
Okay, we're getting a mine drop coming here from Gerald. In the upper bracket finals, when these two players played, Soul did do massive mine drops on Gerald, something to the point of getting nearly 40 worker kills just from mine drops.
We are again going, the Protoss is again going with the Colossus build. There is the Extended Thermal Lance. First Colossus is coming out, there is the Charge Slot upgrade coming up and the Armor upgrade.
All right, so that War Prism with the Archon did get taken out. It was going to come back into the base, into the natural here. It was met with resistance. 2 workers going down here. It is from this mine. Oh, mine. The first mine does get dropped here. We'll get 1 Zealot. Don't know where the second mine. I think the second mine got taken out.
At least
Gerald is definitely
seeing
favoring. Gerald is definitely favoring that Colossus play.
And there is the next drop incoming. From Soul, it has... what does the medevac contain? It contains a Widow Mine, 4 Marines, and what is that last unit?
A Marauder.
Oh, okay, so it's a Marauder.
We have a drop here in the main base. No workers have gone down, but it is quite a large bio force with 2 mines. That main base might actually go down here.
And it does.
Supply blocking. While that's happening, we do have this other drop in the third base location. Couple auto turrets were dropped as well.
And it
2
looks
tanks.
like...
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, it looks like the third base of the Protoss is also going down, and indeed it is. And yeah, the third base of Protoss gets denied.
All right, we're gonna try to jump on top of that Colossi. The shield battery will protect it. So essentially, Gerald here now is knocked down to a 1 base economy, having to rebuild the base in his main base, can't quite rebuild the base, the Nexus at the third base because of these 2 mines, as he is about to learn
the very hard way.
Oh, wow!
I have never seen that happen before.
Great pickup. Oh my god.
And
This is why he's a pro and I am still a plat to Zerg. Wow, I have never seen that, yeah.
And the Colossus are now being added to the army. With the Blink upgrade and the +1 weapon, ground weapons coming up for the Protoss.
Blink about halfway done. 3 Colossi out. There are quite a few Vikings already on the field. 6 Vikings already out. There's not enough splash or anti-air here, I believe, to protect the Vikings. You do have the Archons. You also have EMP upgrade coming for the Ghost, and 3 Ghosts being pumped out at a time.
Yeah, I don't really think that those 2 Archons will be enough of anti-air. There are some Starkers in that mix, but I don't think that will be enough against that is 8 Vikings. But the observer is seeing the army composition of the Terran player.
All right, so Gerald has reestablished all his bases, putting down a couple shield batteries at the front, but we do have a move out coming from our Terran player. It's going to stim forward. Going to try to get a snipe on one of the Ghosts. Good EMP gets 2 Ghosts, not EMP, sorry, good Disruptor hit with 2 of the Ghosts taken out. The Colossi are already being focused down by these Vikings. One Viking will, one Colossi will go down, two Colossi going down, all the Colossi will go down here. And there's GG gets called. Exactly what happened in game number 4, I believe. Last time these guys.
And Seoul takes the 4th game, and they are on score is 2-2, evening out the score.
It looks like we might go the distance here.
All right. Playing on the light shade map, spawning on the bottom right-hand corner of the map, playing with the blue Terran pieces, playing for the team CSC. He is Soul.
Playing in the top left corner in the red Protoss pieces for Exxon Gaming, we have Gerald. All right, so we're tied up 2-2. I'm going to assume similar openings. I'm actually quite surprised Soul has not done any proxy barracks yet. The few games of his I've casted, about half of them have included a proxy barracks, except for the series.
Yeah, maybe he's saving them for later to give a nice surprise for to Gerald.
All right, Gerald going to come in here, scout that the barracks is being built at home. We'll probably take a couple nibbles out of that worker.
As per usual.
Yep, there we go. Can't really call it cannibalism because it's a robot nibbling a space worker.
And that is
just being a little annoying. We'll get on out of there. Drops the cybernetics core and is going to go into Nexus behind that.
I'm just curious, what was that other probe doing watching that cybernetics core being warped in? He was so fascinated with the technology. He was like, oh, it's getting warped in, it's getting warped in.
I think it was just a miss rally, but yeah, I was like, oh, is he sending a probe on the map? Okay, this probe gonna head back home. Reaper out after the Marine. I think that Marine first is just to kind of deal with this probe so it doesn't disrupt too much.
And the
Stalker being warped out first.
And nothing too fancy behind it. Looking like a very regular opener from both players.
I'm going to guess we're going to see a Stargate since Warpgate has not started just yet. There we go. Like clockwork.
Indeed. But this time there seems to be... was that a shield battery on the main mineral line? Indeed.
Yep, the shield battery there. Yeah. So I think he only went... Oh, no, he does have 2 Stalkers. So he's going to move the 2 Stalkers across the map and try to get some damage done, deny some mining. There is a bunker here at the front that, you know, they could just take shield damage, but they'll be able to walk around the side behind the minerals. So I'm guessing he's waiting for that second Stalker to show up. The Stalker gonna take care of that Reaper. Reaper will get away.
And both the Stalkers are leaving that natural off the Terran base.
All right, Oracle out first. I gotta say, I'm very disappointed in Gerald for not showing us any proxy, Stargate, Void Ray, Shield Battery BS. I thought you needed to do that at least once every 10 games to keep your Protoss card.
And for the Terran, there is tank added somewhere, probably onto the main base. And a barracks.
All right, so behind, did he let that finish? No, he didn't. He was going to get a Phoenix and he canceled it just as the Reaper died. Oracle gonna get out of here. It did take quite a bit of damage. Didn't get any kills.
And the Terran player changing from Cyclone to another tank.
Blink being researched, getting a forge, so he's looking to get some upgrades.
And there's Steam has started to research for the Terran player.
All right, Terran's third base is up. Just needs to be floated over. Protoss is third base about 3/4 of the way done. There should be finishing up soon.
And the Oracle casted the Revelation on some of the Terran buildings and units. So he has a little bit of vision for that base.
Gerald here going up to 6 gateways. I assume we're going to start seeing some aggression relatively soon. We'll lose one. I think he's trying to bait them into this stasis trap.
Getting the Revelation again with the units, or to the units.
We'll snipe that one Cyclone and get out of there.
And only one Marine activating that stasis trap.
This Madman going up to getting 2 more gateways, going up to 8. Also getting that Robo facility and a Templar Archives.
And Steampack just got research for the Terran, and there's the combat shield, and +1 seems to be on its way as well.
Fourth base now being taken by our Protoss down here in the bottom left corner.
Protoss poking a little bit of the Terran army, and the poor Oracle trying to find of any value.
These tags on the by the Oracle are actually quite valuable, helping him keep tabs on where that army is and kind of the composition of that army. Storm coming up, so we're not going to see Colossi just yet, it looks like.
It's gonna be Warp Prism.
Yep. Oh, that stasis finishes just before the this bio army kind of pushes through. Charge starting up here.
And Terran again adding 3 ghosts into the mix. +2 attack has been started to research for Terran, and the Widow Mine gets a couple of probe kills on the mineral line.
There's a cannon going up in that mineral line that should clean that up. This Bioforce does come in here and take out that 4th base. Behind this, our Terran player is taking a 4th base of his own. These mines doing a lot of damage on the retreat. $16 workers for our Protoss player have gone down. All right, Gerald wanted to move in here again.
Yeah, looking as if he would like to poke on the 3rd base of the Terran.
EMPs try to hit the High Templar, does not quite get it. And we have a charge law warp into the main base here. Getting on top of the production. will pull a decent chunk of this army back to deal with this. We'll get a cancel or a kill off that one barracks. Gets a kill on the one barracks. The other barracks is being slowed down in production. All right, bit of engagement here. Storm goes down. Both players move away. Another charge lot drop coming in here.
But there's the missile turret right on the mineral line. And if that wouldn't be enough, there's the Viking also shooting down the War Prism.
Will not chase it, so he is able to recall that back home. The Terran army is now moving north, going to head towards where would be a 5th base, but there's nothing there. We do have a Zealot run by coming here, but this is a planetary fortress, and Zealot's like, nope, not doing that. Looks like he wants to doom drop into the main base here. There's a disruptor that is just about to pop. Gonna chase down that disruptor. Decent hit, takes out a few of the marauders before it gets taken out. Gonna focus on that Twilight Council next. Gonna take out a bunch of these gateways. Gonna force a return of the Protoss units to the main base. Geez, that's what? 4 gateways going down there. And we have another squad coming here looking like they want to hit the 3rd base. This mine positioning is very dirty. Any Protoss unit that comes in there will... another mine drop, getting 11 kills.
And the 4th base gets destroyed once more.
I will quote something Max Pack said earlier today. How can Terran even lose?
The Terran army is steaming forward a little bit, pulling backwards, and there's the infantry armor level 2 coming up. And more ghosts are being added.
So we are going to Liberator range here. So he is going back to Liberator play, kind of like we talked about last game. That disruptor takes out more stalkers, that are more zealots than anything else.
And I will quickly jump to the main base where there is a massive drop going on. The main base is getting absolutely destroyed and Gerald taps out.
Going on to match point.
Seoul leading 3-2.
All right, loading into game number 6, right?
Yep.
Yes, game 6. All right, game 6, playing in the top left corner in the blue Terran pieces on match point. For Team Cascade, we have Seoul.
And his opponent spawning on the bottom right-hand corner, playing with the red Protoss pieces. He's Exxon's Gerald.
All right, so this is Submarine, the shortest rush distance, natural to natural, the most vetoed map in the map pool. One of my favorites because of just some of the stuff you see here. Boo, build your barracks somewhere else. Gateway Scout coming up here from Gerald.
If this goes to 3-3, you have to say to Sol that you won't be casting it, or like we won't accept the win unless he does the proxy barracks.
So which map is left?
We have had Oxide, Submarine,
Juggernaut.
Juggernaut.
Yeah. Romanticide, Light Shade.
Have we had Pillars of Gold?
I think we've had Pillars.
All right.
What am I forgetting? Anyways. SEV coming in here for its own scout. Second pylon getting dropped in the main base. Ooh, that probe goes down to that Marine. Okay, so no Reaper going right into a reactor on that Marine, that barracks, and a factory behind that.
And Protoss is going for a depth first.
No research, just not what research. What am I trying to say here? Warp gate research starting up.
And the second
Behind
unit
that
from
adept.
the Protoss is gonna be Stalker, and there was the shield battery on the main mineral line again.
Twilight Council coming on down. Ooh, gonna count how many Marines there are. Must know that this is might be an aggressive build. Does take out that or adept.
I was actually surprised that he let that finish.
Yeah, I don't think he realized how many Marines were out. All right, Robo Facility coming on down. Twilight Council about to finish up here. What are you going to research? What you gonna research?
They also say blink opener.
Try tested and true. All right. Have tanks coming out as well. Have one medevac coming out. I think we're going to see a push behind this medevac. Yep, there we go. Picks up the tank and has a handful of Marines going to move across the map. What does he have here? He has 2 gateways, 2 stalkers.
And an observer. Oh, 3 stalkers. 4 stalkers.
Yep, just warps them in and needs shield batteries. There we go. Drops the shield batteries. He did scout this coming in. Is going to try to get a few shots. Nice pickup on that tank. This is a really powerful pusher. Getting a bunker there.
As well as SCVs to possibly repair the tank.
Yeah. Gonna focus on that one pylon. That pylon can't go down. Needs to protect that pylon. The pylon's gonna go down. Ooh. This ain't good.
Every Protoss
Not
player.
good.
Every Protoss player knows that Arthos is pylon failing.
All right, Immortal coming out here. On the bright side, this shield battery is powered by this pylon back here. A couple more pylons being dropped here. A lot more pylons and shield batteries. That shield battery will go down.
And the
have a couple gateways about to finish.
And the tanks are shelling on that gateway and it goes down. So pretty much Terran has all the control of the natural. He can just slow push towards it. And the SCVs are adding, and the SCVs are adding more bunkers.
The Stalkers got behind this army. Looks like the tank shells are now starting to hit the mineral line. I think he's gonna stay. Yep, there he goes. Blinks on top of the tanks. Takes out one tank. Takes out the second tank. There we go. This might actually be able to be held here. Only 8 workers going down, which could have been much worse.
But even more tanks are being produced to come to the other side of the map. And there's still the 2 bunkers that Gerald has to deal with.
That tank will go down. There is an Immortal here. All he needs is a shield battery to finish. And once that shield battery finishes, that Immortal will literally be immortal. This bunker will go down here. Charge about to finish up as well. This natural base is actually getting quite low. Using the overcharge to heal up the natural base. That final bunker is about to go down, but there is another tank here. Just to add another wrinkle to this story, looks like that the Immortal finally did go down. Charge lots do get on top of the bio here. Base finally does go down, but he does clean this up. Just one bunker left. Worker count 36 to 50. Even army supply.
And Soul effectively drops Gerald for a little while for one base economy while he is running on 2.
Yep. Running on 2 with mules.
And behind this he is getting all the favorable upgrades. There's team back coming, combat shields, +1.
All right, gonna move across here. He needs to get some damage done. There are 2 tanks here. There's 2 barracks. Or sorry, bunkers up front. Not looking good. He's gonna warp into the main base too, I believe. A charge lot run by.
But the scan reveals that, at least it reveals that there are some zealots over that spot. But Steamback has finished, and there are 2 medivacs already on the field.
So Gerald is definitely not all in here. He does have he is producing probes, getting a forge now. And he's gonna blink into the base here, I believe. No, not quite. Will be forced back. The bio is gonna force this the stalkers back here. Archons jump in here. Archons do quite a bit of damage too, especially the Marines with that splash damage. 4 tanks sieging up here. That's a pretty strong tank line.
But we can see that the Terran has the army advantage and is slowly climbing upper with that.
Storm is about to finish. Storm is a great equalizer in this game. A couple GC Storms. It's Gerald now opting to get his own 3rd base.
But at the same time, there is the Terran push coming up. And there's 4 tanks, a bunch of Marauders and Marines.
Okay, those charge lots needed to go a little earlier there to get on top of those tanks.
Yeah, Soul is slowly inching his way towards the natural again with the tanks. Nicely separating them, avoiding as much as friendly fire as he can.
I also do like that Soul has a group of Marines in the back protecting the tanks from run-bys. Charge Zealous jumping in here on top. We'll get on top of these tanks. We'll clean up a few of these tanks.
But the Protoss army is falling down.
Yeah. 1 tank remains. His 3rd base will go down. Oh, that War Prism went down with 1. GG gets called. Soul, your Epic32 Grand Champion.
GG.
Well, that was a fun weekend.